They'll come out in the pistol. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll be a gain of 9, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
Here we go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Now they'll run it on the toss. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Third down, still 14 yards left. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Oh, and that'll be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback that felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain of 11 and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
One of the things that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Evans. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Give him 27 yards that time. And it'll be a Los Angeles first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards, and now 1st and 15. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now they'll They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On second down, Hill bulldozes past him, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes his field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number 1.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Not holding everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. first down. He'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean. They can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Let's go. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding time. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And now we get a look at the captain of this offense heading back out there now. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go. Green, 30.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this one is right down the middle. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Being chased out left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10.
It's not about the pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion. And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Here, that hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Let's go. Blue landed. Watch it now,
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
A very solid gain of 27.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. So they're operating in the red zone. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
He'll look to throw. Surveying the field. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got time. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. Nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. The Jaguars getting set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
In the red zone this time. Back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he will get this career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars are back within a score. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Los Angeles first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Defense has to stand tall here, 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here comes the Rams punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Rams defense now as they get ready for the next possession. And in a tight ball game like this, the defense looking for a stop. You kind of, whether you're the offense or the defense, you don't want to be the one to screw this thing up.
No, not at all. And right now, you've got to figure that the offense is thinking to themselves, if you just get us the ball, we'll make things happen for you. Just help us out a little bit. And that's what the defense has to have in mind as they trot out here for this series.
Yeah, right now the offense on the sideline. Can the defense do it? Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Time running out here on the play clock.
Here we go.
Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us a
touchdown. Their big tight end, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's it.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Fresh set of downs here. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game chart.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Back to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And incomplete here on third down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Back now in Los Angeles. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Back to throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off. Not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They come up in an offset eye. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Let's go. Blue landed.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got time in the pocket. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So last week, mostly ineffective. This week, what we're seeing, very effective. What are you seeing that's different?
I think what I'm seeing is just a simple everyone is on the same page. And I know it sounds trite, but I'm talking about all the guys up front with the blocking schemes, everyone at the point of attack, creating space. And so far, it doesn't matter what gap they choose, they're finding it. A gap, B gap, C gap, does not matter. They're getting there, and they're creating nice runs.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this one goes nowhere. Blues. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
All right, here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
No. Check, Patriots.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Yeah, he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30, and they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive, and when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out...
Says it's gonna rain. The working girl, it won't change a thing. Yeah, we still got